Hey everybody, welcome to the Carl Weathers Predator Weathers Report featuring the Action Jackson AccuPredator Weather Doppler Radar Forecast and Cardi B and also Cosmo McBuds. Hey Cosmo, you ever see the movie Rocky? You ever see the movie Rocky 2? You ever see the movie Rocky 3? You ever see the movie Rocky 4? Well, I'm in the movie Rocky 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and Hayden Dent. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Cosmo. I'm also in Rocky 5, but very briefly. I'm in a dream sequence. I visit Rocky from the grave. Oh, we're dropping frames like left and right. We're dropping frames like I dropped Rocky in Rocky 1. It wasn't called Rocky 1, it was just called Rocky. How about it? Speaking of Rocky, this stream is quite rocky. Hold on. Let's close some programs. We're gonna fix this sooner or later. We're gonna knock out this technical problems like no other. Well, Hayden Dent, over there in the UK, how you doing? New intro! There's gonna be a new intro, I promise you. Just wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
You gotta wait for it. Like.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Like Leslie Odom Jr. says. He says, what does Leslie Odom Jr. say? He says, okay, it's not, we're good.
Wait for it.
He says this. Oh, good golly. Oh, good golly, the computer is coming at me. You ever have a computer where you push a button and seconds later, minutes later, the computer reacts? That's the kind of deal, that's what we're dealing with here. It was like me in Rocky 4, when I was facing down the enemy, when I was facing down Drago, that 10-foot tall Russian guy, and I was boxing him. I was punching away at his, I was going towards, chopping him down at the midsection, just like I taught Rocky in Rocky 3. If you remember Rocky 3, I taught Rocky how to box by running on the beach and hanging out in downtown Los Angeles. I taught him how to box like a colored fighter. That's right. I said colored fighter. If you watch that movie, I say, hey Rocky, I gotta teach you how to train like a colored fighter. Colored. Yes, it was the 80s, and I said colored. Isn't that crazy? You know what's funny? There's a really very funny comedian named Michael Collier from the 80s. I think he's still around. He said, when white people get angry, they turn red. When they get sick, they turn blue. When they get hot, they turn pink. And then white people got the gall to call black people colored. When they're the most colored of all. Because when black people angry, they're black. When black people happy, sick, they black. But white people, they change. Check it, look it up. It's Michael Collier. Very funny comedian. Well, anyway, it's sunny. This has been the Carl Weathers Predator Weather Report featuring the Action Jackson AccuPredator Weather Radar Doppler Radar Forecast. Cardi B. When it's up, then it's gonna rain. Then it's stuck. It's stuck on raining. I got bands in the coop busting out the clouds. Hello, everybody. Whoa, what's going on? That's a sound effect. We shouldn't use that sound effect. Hang on a second. Hey, man, it's been a long weekend. How did you fare this weekend? What did you guys do? Happy 6th of July, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. Usually it's 5 days a week, but I took the day off yesterday. I was at the beach. What did you do on your day off, on your 4th of July observed day? You and the computer have a rocky relationship. Well, yes, we do. Yeah, we sure do. Oh, no, Hayden Dent, you got a classmate that got COVID? Good golly. I bet you it's the UK Delta version. You know what? You gotta stay safe. I'm still talking like I'm Carl West. You gotta stay inside. You gotta be... Listen, which is it? I was watching this thing over the weekend. Let me finish a sentence. I was watching this thing, and this guy confronted another congressperson. I think it was like some Montanan guy. I don't know, you can look it up. Guy says to him, so you're not for lockdowns. And the guy's like, no, I'm not for lockdowns. He's like, so you're not for vaccinations. He's like, vaccinations haven't been proven. They're still doing trials. And they're like, vaccinations are showing efficacy. And the guy's like, I don't care about vaccinations. So the guy goes, so you don't care about vaccinations. You don't care about wearing a mask. You don't care about social distancing. You don't want to do lockdown. You don't want to do... What have you done to fight COVID? Tell us what you've done personally to fight this pandemic. And of course, the guy was dumbfounded. He was gobsmacked. He didn't say anything because it's like, come on. Do one of them. Do 1 or 2 or 5 of them. Just be safe. Wash your hands. Keep the distance. You gotta do something. You saw that shirt? You saw that shirt? That's right. That's a shout out. That's a shout out to Ricky. Ricky, who works on Superman and Lois. Also, look who's here.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Cosmo!
Hello.
Cosmo! 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 I'm Cosmo! What do you say, Cosmo?
Hello.
I'm Cosmo!
Welcome, Cosmo, and welcome our very own...
Ricky.
He got theories. He got theories. Ricky Elliott, welcome everybody. And Hayden, it is your exam week. Well, I wish you the best of luck on your exams. Please, fight COVID like you take a test. Study for it, prepare for it, make sure that you know what you're gonna do, and make sure you know how to answer the questions. That makes perfect sense in my mind. I'm just saying, be prepared. Know the facts about what your exams. What exams? Real for show, I thought it was this Euro Cup viewing party. Italy, Spain. Italy versus Spain, currently 0-0. Oh, real for show. You guys keep us posted on I believe it is football. Keep us posted on the score. We want to know. We want to know what's going on. Real for show. We're real for po. I'm for Spain. I like Spain's, but I'm also a quarter Italian, so I'm also a quarter for Italy. I'm 3/4 for Spain, 1/4 for Italy, two quarters for plantain. I like, plantains. I'll make sure to know the answers. Yes, know the answers. If it's multiple choice, know the questions to the answers. Know the answers to the questions. I have a new intro queued up and ready to go. I'm just waiting for the person to show up. If they do not show up, I will still play the intro at 12:15 Pacific Standard Time. That is in 5 minutes. I will play the intro. Let me text them. Hold on a second. I have to text somebody. Hang on, guys. I'm doing a live show. Wait, hold on a second. Okay. So, in fact, here we go. UPS shipping comp. See, I got shipped something. I got shipped a thing. But they didn't deliver it to my door. They brought it to UPS and they said, come get it at UPS. And I didn't have time to go to UPS. I said, UPS usually comes to me. They usually come and deliver. I don't necessarily, I'm not a big fan of, I don't know. When you gotta go get it. I gotta get a P.O. box though, so y'all can send me socks. Let us know the semifinals. England beat Ukraine 4-0. Wow. See that? Hayden Dent's got that UK pride. UK beat Ukraine. How about that? Does England have its own team, and Scotland have their own team, and Ireland have their own team, and all those? How does that work? I'm not quite sure. I want to know. I want to know because I know that the American female soccer team is the best in the world. Isn't it? Isn't it supposed to be? Also, didn't they trade... what's his name? Beckham? They traded Beckham. They bent it like Beckham. They traded Beckham to the Galaxy in Los Angeles. So Los Angeles got him, and then they tried to reinvigorate the soccer team here in Los Angeles, the Galaxies, but they didn't care. Nobody cared still. Here in America, we don't really do football or soccer. We do football, we don't do soccer. We do football Americano. But with soccer, we're just like... I mean, I have friends who are huge soccer fans, and here in Los Angeles, there's a huge subculture of soccer because there's a lot of Central American folks in the United States, and it is a big sport everywhere else in the world except for the United States, which is so weird. There's not a real awareness for it here. So keep us abreast of the score. I hope Spain wins because Italy is a better team in my opinion. So if we beat Denmark, we will play Spain. Did you know that the rain in Spain falls gently on the plane? I didn't know that. Oh, hello then. Oh, hello. Hold on. I'm texting while I do a live show. That's very professional. This is... I hope to get a deal. I hope to get a talk show deal. And on the talk show deal, I will be sitting there texting people. That'll be what you're watching. Hi, Kelsey, Alabama. Welcome to the show. But Hayden Dent, yeah. UK, Scotland, England, Ireland. But UK is not a country, so yes, we have different teams. It's very interesting. UK is the United Kingdom, which encompasses several countries, right? And those countries have different nations. I don't know how it works. I know a nation is a group of people, right? And a country has borders. Nations don't necessarily have borders. See that? And then there's this. There's also, what's it called? I forget how it goes. There's also the diaspora. And also humans. They're everywhere. You ever notice how humans are just everywhere? You just go outside and humans abound. I tell you, I maintain that you could walk 20 miles directly into the forest. And then you'll turn around and someone will be like, hey, how's it going? I'm a human. There's nowhere to go. We're everywhere. I'm right behind you. Which is scary. I don't know if I can human much anymore. This is serious. On a serious note, re-ingratiating myself in society post-pandemic. Is it post-pandemic, or are we current pre-post pandemic? Are we pre-post pandemic? We're current. It's weird. Just hanging out with people is good, but I have a threshold, and the threshold is expanding. I'm working on it, but I don't know how you guys feel about that. You know, here's another thing. Tonight, I'm excited. Tonight, guys, tune into Mediocre Films, because my friend David is going to be on my friend Greg's show, and it's going to be hilarious. So please go watch that tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. It's going to be entertaining. It's also going to be funny. And it's going to be funny.
Humor! I love it!
Well, guys, I think it's time. Pre-post panini. You know what, Cosmo? I'm glad you brought that up. I am so glad you brought up paninis, because Italian sandwiches are my favorite types of sandwiches. I used to I'm a panini professional. I had a George Foreman grill, and I don't tell George Foreman or his 5 sons named George this, but I had a George Foreman grill. You can tell him that, but don't tell him I made paninis on it. I made the best paninis you ever seen. I made the best paninis you ever seen. I promise you that. All right, well, hang on. So, I'm going to debut our new intro. Person's not pictured, but let's debut the brand new intro. Everybody here on Aristotle Full Throttle gets their own intro. Every week we debut a brand new intro. Every time someone shows up, pretty much all of the regulars here in the chat who I see, you're going to get an intro eventually. It's just how it goes. Just be ready for it. At any moment, I'll be right behind you with an intro. I should have cut this part off right here. I should have cut this part off. This part needs to go. Look at that. What is that? All right, brand new intro, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. I need a drum roll. Oh, wait, I do have a drum roll. Ready? Wait for it. Also.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Let's see. Okay, we got this. Wait for it. There's a brand new intro. What are these? Okay, let's get ready for it. Oh, they got some sounds. Yeah, that's groovy. Yeah. Let's get ready for the brand new intro here on Aristotle Full Throttle. It'll knock your socks off. It'll put your socks back on and knock them back off. Here's the rock group. Here today on Aristotle Full Throttle, we're gonna have so much. This song sucks. Oh, yeah, this better song. I feel like it should be like, are you all ready? You guys ready for a new rock and roll intro? I can't scream right now. I'm sure I gave you the cringes just now. All right. Ew.
Another one.
Stop. Okay. Brand new intro right now. Raccoon Raiders! Raccoon Raiders! that was an intro for Raccoon Raiders, and you know, I just made that just now. I don't know if you could tell that I finished it 6 minutes before the show started. Not sure you could tell that is a intro for Raccoon Raiders, aka my mom. One of her favorite movies is Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that's where I believe she got the word Raiders from. But also raccoons knocked over her garbage can once, and she said, "These little raccoon raiders." Raccoon Raiders! Raccoon Raiders! Sorry we had to sacrifice 420 artists in that, but you know, I'm sure he loves it. I hope he loves it. Making cameos in that intro, of course, are Judella, the Ricky Elliott. We got everybody in there. Jen the Fierce is in that intro. Everybody supporting, everybody wanting to steal the golden idol of the Aristotle Full Throttle Fro. Everybody trying to fight it. Trying to fight for it.
Stop all the downloading!
But you know why I put everybody in there? Because I love you all. Thank you. Now that's an intro if I ever saw one. You ever have an intro? You ever have a dream? Let me see. I feel like these sound effects should be louder, man. These sound effects should be like blasting your ears out. Like this.
Another one.
Yeah. Let's turn that way up. Let's do that. Let's try that.
Who is this imbecile?
Me?
Who is this imbecile?
Me?
Ooh, that.
Yeah. Seems like it's loud enough, right? You never know. What are you guys up to? Me? I'm just hosting a live stream. What are you guys doing? You guys have any sandwiches? You have any paninis? Would you like to share a panini with me? What's your favorite panini? That's a good question. I like roasted red peppers and onions on a ciabatta panini with cheese, with mozzarella cheese and tomatoes. And eggplants. And cheese. And salad. I ate a salad last night, prepared by the lovely Kelsey, Alabama. That was wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Well played. Ooh, that's loud, isn't it? Good.
Oh, hell no. What's up, dog?
Yeah. Not much. Is that much louder than me? Let's see what. Let's see my voice.
Oh,
versus...
hell no.
Yeah,
What's
perfect.
up, dog?
What?
You heard me. So what's going on in the news, ladies and gentlemen? It's really tragic, that building that collapsed. I can't believe that building collapsed and there's people. Oof, I don't even want to talk about it. Afraid to talk about it. Afraid to talk about it because I feel like it's just too sad to think about. I hope that it all, I don't know. It's just too sad. We're going to skip that story. We're going to hope that everything turns out the best it can, which is not looking great. All right, well, what else do we got going on trending, ladies and gentlemen?
It's a riddle.
Okay. Nintendo Switch has an OLED coming out, an OLED Nintendo Switch. Yeah, you know what I did notice about the Switch is that the monitor Could be better. Could be better. So that's interesting. I might want to get one of them OLED switches, but I already got one, so probably won't. Let's see. Oh yeah, guys, we're giving away a PS5. I'm giving away a PS5, so if you subscribe, if you do all of those things, once I get to 10,000 subscribers on Twitch, which you know is right around the corner, I'm going to give away a PS5, but I'll also give away something at 200. Once I get to 200 subscribers, somebody's going to get something free. You're going to get a reward. I will give a lucky throttler, a lucky viewer of this show, an overpriced latte. Overpriced and 2 latte. Oh, I thought you said you wanted an overpriced latte. Lattes are way overpriced. Yesterday, I'm not joking you. Yesterday, I went to Erewhon. Why do I go to Erewhon? Because Erewhon want to go to Erewhon. Erewhon. E-R-E-W-H-O-N. Erewhon. It's a store here in Los Angeles. Speaking of overpriced lattes. Why did they go there? Because Erewhon want to spend their money there. Erewhon want to go to Erewhon. I'm going to make this joke stick, and every time you see Erewhon, you'll be like, Erewhon want to go. So, Erewhon is a place you go, and you sometimes will run into Jaden Smith there. Sometimes you'll run into Jaden Smith at Erewhon. Just Google Jaden Smith and Erewhon, E-R-E-W-H-O-N, and you'll get a lot of results. You'll get an alarmingly high number of results of Jaden Smith at Erewhon, because I've seen him an alarming number of times there. Listen, I don't know. Maybe he's got stock in the company. But let me just say this. I want to invest in that company because I have invested in their overpriced lattes for years now. I bought 2 coffees yesterday. I bought 2 coffees. $18. What? Two coffees. $18. Now, coffee. Hello, Jelly Bean. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello there.
Welcome. I was just talking about overpriced lattes. I went to Erewhon. You ever been to Erewhon? Erewhon been to Erewhon. Erewhon won't go. Starbucks, yes, Starbucks is overpriced, but Erewhon is like, they pride themselves in being like, come into our store, pick any 3 items, and I dare you to try and pay less than $50. Just any 3 items in Erewhon is going to be $50. Did you know that Erewhon is nowhere spelled backwards? What? Which makes it even more hilariously ridiculous. I didn't realize that until you pointed that out, and that's why they have a nowhere coffee. That's the coffee that I get, is the nowhere. Well, Jelly Bean, I'm glad you never heard of it, because if you even heard of it, they would charge you $5, $10, $12. They would charge you $12 if you even heard of Erewhon. They charge you for looking at the store. You look at the store, you lost $50. You check your pockets because your money's gone. Check your bank account if you walk past the store. It just sucks money, and there's always very rich people there. Looking rich people, fit people. Always kind of like, you know that they're just like, they're kind of granola people. So Erewhon is like an all-natural, really good products. Really, really good products. It is, imagine this, Jelly Bean. Imagine if Whole Foods, like, okay, this is how you do it. Erewhon is to Whole Foods as Whole Foods is to 7-Eleven. So you got, that's the gap. 7-Eleven to Whole Foods, then you go from Whole Foods to Erewhon. That's how much ridiculousness is added on top of that. If they build one in your neighborhood, your rent will go up $1 million. It's true. Kelsey's correct on that. I agree with that. Your rent goes up just because they said, Erewhon, we are the Apple Store of Gucci. They're the Gucci of Whole Foods. And they let you know that. Listen, I picked up, let's just talk about Erewhon for 10 minutes. I picked up a sushi thing. They make sushi there, and it's like in pre-packaged sushi, right? I can get this same sushi, basically the exact same sushi at Ralph's, pre-made sushi at a supermarket. I can get the same one at Ralph's, avocado, rice, avocado and rice, okay? A vegetarian roll, sushi roll. At Ralph's, I can get it $4.99, $5.99. At Erewhon, $15.99. Oh, you want a pear? Do you want to eat a pear? Do you want a nectarine? That'll be $73. It's kind of insane. They do not care. Listen, I don't blame them. If you are in Calabasas, you're among all the celebrities. You're around all the famous people. I saw Muriel Hemingway at Erewhon. I saw Hemingway, Kevin Hemingway, what was his name? Robert Hemingway, Stephen Hemingway, the guy who wrote those books, Jack Hemingway, Muriel Hemingway. So I saw Ernest Hemingway. I saw his granddaughter at Erewhon one time, and I said, Superman 4 was terrible. Because she was in Superman 4. I didn't say that to her, but I thought that. I was like, oh, it's Muriel Hemingway from Superman 4. I didn't like that they tried to replace Lois Lane with her character. And I thought all of this. And then I said, your grandfather wrote books that I had to read in school. And here you are at Erewhon eating your $43 slice of pizza. It's true. I didn't know that nowhere. That makes perfect sense. Erewhon, they're just trying to troll us, Erewhon. They're straight up like, we're nowhere. We don't get... You want a banana at Erewhon? No. I'm sure they just get I'm sure they just get their groceries from like Trader Joe's and then mark them up. Trader Joe's is the best place, actually. As far as like quality for money, Trader Joe's is right on the money. I like Whole Foods because they got some really cool things, but Erewhon is Whole Foods on gluten-free, locally sourced, farm-to-table steroids. So I'll just say that's you want to get a coffee. You want to buy 2 coffees? Bring a 20 with you. I'm just saying. What's up, Jenna Fierce? Is Jenna Fierce here? Did I miss Jenna Fierce? There she is. Hello, Jen. Jen. Yes, Jelly Bean. Erewhon is an overpriced grocery store with all of the best products you could possibly imagine for the highest price that you could possibly imagine for them. Also, Jen, if this is your first time here today, we introduced a brand new intro, which is this one from my mom's. I'm sorry we had to sacrifice 420 artists, but it was for the sake of a giggle. Hopefully you giggled at the end of that. Yes, the intros are fun here. Everybody gets an intro, so hang out, stay a while, and you will be honored and celebrated with your very own intro. Right now, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 unique intros for lucky throttlers out there. Every week we debut a brand new one. And also, we spend way too much on coffee at Air One. I'd like to say Air One is great. I would like for them to give me their food, and I do not want to pay for it anymore because it's too much money. I mean, I like the feeling of being like, I'm going to Air One, and I'm going to spend $50 on a banana and 3 cashews. But there's something about it. At the same time, I have my 7 overpriced coffee. It makes me feel special. And I think that that's mainly what they do. We're in the business of making you feel special. That, you know, you're going to want to savor that overpriced coffee. It cost us 3 cents in materials to charge you $9 for that coffee. But that's fine. That's fine. Jaden Smith goes there. Diddy trending. Mike Lindell, My Pillow guy. Oh man, all these trends going on. Vin Diesel's trending. Hey guys, mark my words. One of these days, I tell you, Vin Diesel's gonna be a huge star. Friday the 13th. Megyn Kelly's leaving. Yeah. Vin Diesel's gonna be a huge star someday. Let's see, what else? The Pentagon. Pentagon is trending. I love that shit. I prefer hexagons. But Pentagon's cool. That's cool. I'm not going to sit here and tell you conspiracy theories, but I didn't see no footage of no plane crashing into the Pentagon. Just saying. Just saying. Research it. It's out there. The truth is out there. I'm kidding. I don't know. What do I know? Do your due diligence. Let's see. Learn, research. Don't just follow people on the internet and listen to what they say. Ever. So do that, please. Please don't do that. But do that. What's going on? How did you guys spend your 4th of July? If you are here in the United States, we celebrated one version of Independence Day. One version of Independence Day, because we've got several versions of Independence Day. We have the actual Independence Day, sort of, which is Juneteenth. June 19th is the day that they said, oh yeah, slavery is not a thing here that we do anymore. Because, you know, it's a crime on humanity, and it's kind of a horrific idea to enslave other human beings. Maybe we'll stop that. But, you know, it was still, we're going to set the slaves free, but they're only going to be counted as 3/5 of a man. And that was just the men. The women didn't even have to vote. Until like 50 years later. Insane, right? United States is kinda says one thing and does another. You know what I mean? United States isn't really... We're working on it. We're headed there's an ideal and it's out there. We haven't gotten there yet. But we have the right idea in the being an American. We have the right idea, we're just not good at it. We haven't done it yet. And if you think we have and that we should go back to the old ways, you know, that's like, you know, your opinion, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
I disagree with it. I also prefer hexagons, says Jellybean. Hexagons are cool because, here's a cool thing. I know Kelsey has hexagon ice trays that she's not a fan of, but here's a cool thing about hexagons. They are the only geometric shape that is the most efficient when you interlock them.
you can have the most storage in a hexagonal shape, and they can interlock perfectly. Because it's not quite a circle and it's not quite a square. It actually has more volume than a square. Less than a circle, but circles have, if you were to put circles all together, you'd have lots of spaces between the circles. It'd be inefficient. If you had squares, they all connect, but they can't store as much as a hexagon. So that's some cool facts about hexagons.
And knowing is half the battle.
I'm glad to have brought that information to you. That's why bees are smarter than humans, because bees figured out hexagons way before we did. Bees are like, yo, you humans are doing it all wrong. I often think about this, guys. I think about how we really want to try to talk to aliens. You know, on this planet Earth, we're always like sending signals out, looking for signals from space. This is true. There's actually a place called SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which is an organization that is publicly funded that you can actually participate in. You can donate your computational power for your computer to help research signals that we're receiving from space to see if they're sent from intelligent sources. So we're trying to figure out how to like do this actively. There's an active global effort. It's kind of passive though, really. We're not going all out. But later this year there's gonna be an interferometer that we put in orbit so we can actually see the atmospheres of extrasolar planets. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Yeah, that's what Google's for. But the point is, we're trying to do this so hard. We're trying so hard to get to talk to aliens, but we can't even talk to an octopus. We can't even talk to a dolphin or a chimpanzee effectively. We can't even communicate with the beings on the planet that have intelligence, as far as we can tell. And all of these other animals are actually way more integrated in their environment than humans. Humans are like, we're trying to recreate caves. You know what I mean? Like, we live in apartments, we live in cave-like structures. We try to recreate the forest by going to the park where there's trees, so we can feel like, oh, we're back in the plains of Africa. There's trees. This feels like home. Humans are stupid, is what I'm saying. Bees are smart. What's 50 Cent? Happy birthday, 50 Cent. It's 50 Cent's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. 50 Cent, it's his birthday. 50 Cent, we're so happy that you around, because everybody in the party getting tipsy. 50 Cent. Air One and Air One spending all their money. Air One and Air One getting tipsy. I don't think Air One has hard kombucha. So yeah, happy birthday, 50 Cent. You know, 50 Cent, I think, is he a billionaire yet? Here's a fun thing about 50 Cent. Vitamin water. Remember vitamin water, the water that you drink a little bit and you're like, this gives me a headache. And it tastes like heavy Gatorade or whatever. Vitamin water. 50 Cent bought 20% of vitamin water, right? I don't know, for like $12. 50 Cent, about 15 years ago, said, I'm going to own 20% of vitamin water. I'm going to invest, smart guy, in vitamin water. And then Coca-Cola bought vitamin water a year or two later for $1 billion. Coca-Cola bought vitamin water for $1 billion, which means 50 Cent automatically got paid $200 million. And he was like, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. That's what he said. He said that it's his birthday, but it was his birthday when he got $200 million like that. It's crazy. It's kind of meta that it's 50 Cent's birthday. Who sings to him on his birthday? Does he say it's my birthday? All I want for my birthday is $200 million. Dude invested in vitamin water. Owned 20% of it. Or I forget how it was. He might have just been given 20% of it so that he can promote it. And then it got bought out by Coca-Cola for $1 billion, which gave him $200 million into his pockets. And then he walked past Erewhon, and Erewhon took about half right away. Erewhon, he said, I would like 3 coffees. And they were like, that will cost you your house and your cars. And also 2 of your 3 kids. Thank you. I tell you, I don't know. I'm not a rapper. I don't know. I'm hip. I'm cool. The kids seem to really like it when I dance. I love it when they call me Big Papa. That's all I have to say about that. What else is trending, ladies and gentlemen? Sports. Spain is trending. #1 trend. Oh, what is the score? What is the score? Keep us abreast of the score. What did you say there? Real Fashopo? What is the score? Where are we at? Halftime 0-0 Spain, Italy. Thank you very much for the update. Good Lord, let's watch. You know, I was in Paris. I guess this is 12 years ago, 13 years ago, when I think Egypt, somebody won like a big game. And I was in Paris, which is kind of like, it's in France, usually. And it's across from Africa, so it's like, it's kind of, you can go across the Mediterranean. And point is, I was there, and it was awesome, because everybody was going down, 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 and everybody was dancing in the streets, waving the Egyptian flag, because they just won this big game, this big football game, soccer. And wherever I walked, cars would honk at me, because apparently, I guess I look Egyptian enough. So like, yeah, people were honking at me. I was just walking around the street, and then they'd like run up to me and like wave the Egyptian flag, because they just assumed, you know, hey, brown guy, you Egyptian too. Or you're Egyptian for tonight anyway. So I was like, yeah, da, 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 da. And then we all danced in the streets and celebrated Egypt. It was cool. I do like. Are there many hooligans where you are, Real Fashpo? Do you have to fight off the hooligans? Because that seems like it would be. Seems like it would be troublesome. Seems like that'd be.
Do you want to go to war? Because we could go to war. I'm for real.
Yeah, it's true.
That's better. Thank you.
Well, guys, I don't know what's going on for you this week. Wednesdays, I think we do. What do we do on Wednesdays? We watch Loki. Tomorrow we're going to watch Loki's episode 5 of 6 of the Loki show on Disney+. Boy, oh boy, where are we at with Loki? Loki, are we all caught up? You watching Loki with us? I was walking like an Egyptian. I love it, yeah. They said, this guy walks like an Egyptian. All
I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Rolligans. They're called Rolligans? Hula Rolligan. Rolla Hooligan. Ro means calm. Rolligans. Calmligans. Are they called Gilligans? Hooligans Island. Gilligan's Island.
I see him!
What are your theories for Loki? Do you think Loki is pulling the strings, or is Loki's string being pulled? That's what we'll discuss tomorrow after the show, when we have a watch party for Loki. Tonight, guys, watch my friend's show, Mediocre Films. My friend David is going to be the guest on my friend Greg's show, Mediocre Films. It's here on Twitch. You can go watch that. It's funny. It's goofy. It's silly. I'm going to watch that myself. Danish fans are called Rolligans. Well, I do love the Danish. I want to go to Denmark, in fact. I feel like I would blend right in since I'm 6'3". And the Danes are, they're great. Some great Danes I've met. I've met some great Danes in my life. I have.
What?
I said I met some great Danes in my life. I do want to go to Denmark, though. I hear good things. I hear great things. Great. Indeed. I was watching this thing on travel because I was planning a trip to Denmark a few years ago, but I didn't go. But this guy was talking about how like people just leave their kids out in their carriages in the snow, and then they go into a restaurant and eat, and their kid just stays outside in the carriage while they're like eating, and the kid's like outside in the snow. I said, yeah, that seems about right. Why not? The kid can handle it. Tough. They got a tough constitution over there. Seems like. Amsterdam. Well, thank you very much, Real Feshpo. I want to go. It seems like a lovely place. It seems like a place that I could truly enjoy, because I feel like the people there seem real. They seem like real people that are just... They're no nonsense kinds of folks. They're just like...
Game over, man! It's game over!
You know what I mean? They seem like they... And also, Danishes are the greatest. They really are. I used to have a Danish every Sunday after Sunday school. That was what I looked forward to. I'd go to church. They'd take us to Sunday school halfway through the service or whatever. And I'd just be dreaming about that Danish at noon when the service was over. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to get that Danish. Hope there's good ones left by the time I get there. That's what I took from religious studies. I really didn't take much from that. I said, I want a Danish right now. The 1619 Project. I don't know if you guys heard that Pulitzer Prize winning journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones declined the University of North Carolina's offer of tenure and a teaching position with the school, and has instead accepted a faculty role at Howard University, which is interesting and significant. Nicole Hannah-Jones pointed out that in the position that she was applying for, she did not receive tenure. She didn't receive tenure as an automatic thing. She had to apply for tenure. They actually declined her tenure. She's a black woman. And she said, she noted every single person in that position before her since 1980s, the early 1980s, since the role existed, the position existed, happened to have been white and automatically tenured. But she took the role, and then she had to fight to get tenure. And then they granted her the tenure, and she said, you know what? No, thanks. You can keep that tenure. You can go jump in the lake. I'm going to go to Howard University and teach there, which is cool. I don't blame her. I mean, it's one thing to fight for a position and then get it and then be like, okay, I got this because I fought for it. But it's also another statement to get something, fight for it, get it, and then just be like, you guys, you soured this whole thing for me. You made it unpleasant, and I don't appreciate that. I'm going to go elsewhere, and that ought to teach you. That ought to teach you. Yeah, she rejected it. They granted it to her after a long time, and then defunded the 69 Project. It's interesting how there are people out there that are they just think about themselves. There are people in this world who only ever think about themselves. They are unable to think outside themselves. And it's truly a skill to dedicate some of your thought process and your time. For some people, it's harder than others. To just think about other people and how they might be doing. Just thinking about other folks. To other orient yourself, to be like, okay, I'm worried about XYZ, but how are these people doing? What can I do to help other people? A lot of people are just concerned about how to help themselves, and they're called Republicans. Usually. Republicans aren't very interested, generally speaking, in our society. As we've seen from the representative government of Republicans, we've seen they're not really concerned about helping other people. Even this weekend, this guy said, hey, you know, what have you done? What have you done for me lately? He said. Here, let me play this for you. I can find it, actually. I will find this for you. Listen to this.
You criticized Missouri State University. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah. They're incentivizing vaccines with discounted tuition.
And you disagree with that?
Yes.
You don't?
We gotta listen to the whole thing.
We should incentivize people to take the COVID vaccine?
Not with taxpayer dollars.
Really? So you
Not
said
with taxpayer dollars, he says.
It was an unapproved vaccine that has had no trials in that post. That's a direct quote. You still stand by that statement?
Yes, our trial's complete.
You said that it had no trials, though? It's unapproved and it's had
our
no
trial's
trials?
complete.
That's a different question than having no trials.
Well, excuse me, gentlemen.
Did you see the vaccine trials? And you think the COVID vaccine has had no trials? Did you pay no attention to the tens of thousands of Americans, people across the world?
FDA approved. I think we can have this discussion. But
how many Americans have been vaccinated?
I don't know.
Millions, tens of millions of Americans.
Okay.
Have been vaccinated. I'm one of them. Are you one of them?
No.
No, because you got COVID, right?
Yeah.
And at the time you got COVID, you were in favor of quote unquote herd immunity, right?
Yeah, I mean, natural immunity is very viable.
Is there any point at which you've been like trying to fight COVID?
No, there wasn't.
What aspect? I mean,
you don't want vaccines,
aspects, bro.
You don't want people to be incentivized to take vaccines. You don't want people to wear masks. You don't want people to social distance. What have you done to try to fight COVID?
It's a good point. It's a good point. The Republicans, in order to fight COVID, said, let's not do anything. Herd immunity. Some people are like, oh, just get healthy. And that should be some people are immunocompromised. And it doesn't matter how healthy they get, they would probably die if they caught COVID. There are some people who are vulnerable. If you're just sitting there saying, well, you should just be healthy and then fight off COVID, you're not understanding fundamentally what it is to be a human, which is that if you look at human society for the history of it, humans tend to have a reputation for taking care of one another. We seem to want to help people who are sick, usually. Let's say someone has some kind of ailment. Humans will take care of that person if they are sick. We don't generally, I don't know, I think it's a specific human trait to take care of your sick and infirmed, not to be like, oh, get better. Yo, get better. Walk it off. So there are people, humans, indeed, that are just, they just want money. They don't care. They just want the money. They want to go to Erewhon and not spend it on anything. Let's listen to this beautiful piece of music. That was my band. Thank you. You can get that album. Go to Veda.com and purchase that album. Or listen to it on Spotify. That's good too. That's always good. Well, I think I'm going to take a nap now. I had a nice weekend. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. I hope you had a good celebratory time. It was interesting. I had a moment on Sunday night, July 4th. I had a moment and I said to myself, I stood there atop a rooftop in Kelsey, Alabama. We were just watching this fireworks over downtown Los Angeles, all over Los Angeles, fireworks everywhere. And it was this cathartic moment of, we're coming out of it. We're coming out of the pandemic. We're coming out of a horrible 4 years. What a crazy 4 years that was, right? And it carried over into this year. Carried over with the pandemic that was poorly handled by a horrible, horrible, self-centered president who doesn't think about anybody but himself and didn't handle the pandemic correctly. This is why we're in such a mess to this day. I mean, come at me, bro, with that. Come at me. You can at me. You can slide into my DMs about that. I will fight you on that. But we were standing there just saying, it's crazy. This moment marks the moment. Oh, I hit the table and the music stuff. Oh, someone's calling me. It marked a moment where I said to myself, yeah, Jellybean, it was a good moment. It just felt like, wow, I'm going to remember this moment forever because LA don't play. LA said, we're going to celebrate. We're going to come out. There were so many illegal fireworks. They're amazing for like 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, just fireworks everywhere around 9 o'clock. And then it's just smoke. And then it's just smoke and booms in the distance. But the entire skyline of Los Angeles was filled with explosives. We either really love explosives or really love America, but I think it's both. I think we like America. We love the fact that, listen, we're getting back to normal. It felt like a turning point. It felt like we could see, we could see the light at the end of the tunnel for a while now, and it felt like we were emerging from the tunnel. We're coming out of it, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to a better place, I think. I hope. I will say that, and I will believe that, and hopefully everything will follow after that. But remember to surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with positive people. People who will lift you up. If you feel good, yeah, LA were ready to throw hands. LA was not playing around. They were not messing around. We came out. We showed up and we showed out for the 4th of July. It was unlike any that I've seen since I've been here. It was very, 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 very explosive. But yeah, surround yourself with people who are good to you. Also, don't say say the nice things to yourself. Remind yourself you're worth it. Remind yourself that whatever you do, here's a fun one. It's a great proverb. Look at me in these platitudes. Platitudes with attitudes. That's what this show is also called. Those who mind, those who matter seldom mind. Those who mind seldom matter. So be yourself, kid. Do the good things. Do the good work. Those who matter seldom mind. Those who mind seldom matter. One more time. Those who matter seldom mind. Those who matter seldom mind. And also those who mind seldom matter. And also, get out of here, kid. Go have fun. Go out in the sunshine and play. Go play in the sprinklers. I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna watch Loki. Good night. Good afternoon. Oh, there's Raccoon Raiders. Hey, Raccoon Raiders. Here's your intro. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I say that like David Lynch. Have a great day. Send a score. Remember to go over to the Discord. Join the Discord and keep on chatting.